There are moments in life when the weight becomes unbearable, when the ground beneath you crumbles and everything you thought was steady falls apart. You wonder if you'll ever stand again. You wonder if you'll ever breathe without pain filling your chest. And maybe right now you're there. Maybe your heart is tired. Your faith feels thin. Your hope has been crushed under the weight of life's disappointments. Every man and every woman walks through a fire at some point, a season where life wounds you so deeply you wonder if you'll ever heal. For some, it's the weight of responsibility, working day and night, providing, leading, and protecting, yet feeling like it's never enough. For others, it's the pain of rejection, loving with your whole heart only to be left, abandoned, betrayed. And sometimes it's just the quiet, slow erosion of your spirit, days blending into nights, life becoming survival, and the things that once gave you joy slipping through your fingers like sand. But here's the truth you need to know. God does his best work in broken places. Maybe you've prayed, Lord, why this pain? Why this loss? Why did they walk away? Why did my dreams die? Why do I feel so alone? Have you left me, God? I want to tell you something. No matter how dark your night, no matter how loud the silence feels, no matter how deep the cut, God has never left your side. Scripture says in Deuteronomy 31:6, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." You see, God isn't afraid of your brokenness. He's not disappointed in your tears. He's not distant when you're struggling. He's closer than your next breath. For every man carrying a heavy load, you're expected to be strong, to keep pushing, to provide, to protect, to never show weakness. But God never asked you to carry it all alone. Jesus said in Matthew 11:28-30, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Rest doesn't mean you're weak. Rest means you trust that God is strong enough to hold what you've been carrying. You may feel like you have to fight every battle alone, but you don't. God is your defender. He's the one who fights for you in battles you can't even see. He's the one who parts the sea when there's no way out. The weight isn't yours to bear. Hand it over. Let the Father who created you carry what's been breaking you. For every woman who's been overlooked and undervalued, you've poured out your heart for others. You've given everything you had, your love, your time, your energy. And sometimes it feels like no one sees it. No one appreciates the quiet sacrifices you make. But God sees. He collects every tear you cry. He sees you when you're holding your family together with shaking hands. He sees you when you're fighting silent battles, praying for strength when no one else knows you're close to breaking. You are seen. You are cherished. You are loved by the King of Kings. In Proverbs 31:25 it says, "She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come." But maybe you don't feel like laughing right now. That's okay, because one day you will laugh again. God is restoring your strength. He's clothing you with dignity this world could never take away. When dreams die and doors close, there's a deep pain that comes when the dreams you've prayed for don't come to pass. You thought that job was the one. You thought that relationship was forever. You thought the healing would come, but the diagnosis only got worse. You thought by now you'd be further along, happier, more fulfilled. And you ask God why. Why didn't he answer the prayer? Why didn't he step in? But maybe his no wasn't rejection. It was protection. Maybe the door closed because God saw what was on the other side. Maybe the delay isn't denial, it's preparation.